You got to see yourself as more than just being your ass. And that's what they have taught Black women. You are your ass. Men look at our ass. Black men think that if you don't have an ass, our minds are not in our ass. And I get so fed up with that.
Go ahead, Jay.
It's so disgusting, though, Lee. You up here thinking that my ass is where my brain is? No, bro. What is disgustable and deplorable for one culture is acceptable and okay in another culture. That's the thing that we're trying, the parallel that I think you're coming to see.
Yo, what it do, man? Back with another video. And I try not to do videos like this too often because I know I don't really have too many people to listen to this type of stuff. I guess they don't care about it, and I know for sure they don't care about the truth. But this woman on the Tommy Sotomayor show, she said a lot of stuff, and it is real. It is true, I think, to a certain extent. But to summarize what she's saying is, black men look at black women as just a sex object. They only looking at their bodies. They only looking at their butts. They only looking at what black women can offer sexually. And she feel like black women are more than just their bodies. They more than just a sex object. And basically saying that black women are more than just what they can be used for, especially physically for sex. And yes, you're right. You're right. It's a lot of black men out here that objectify black women. A lot of men, period, objectify women. But I hate when people point something out but don't tell you how we got there. That's the only disingenuous thing I feel like is happening here in this conversation, because women don't never tell you the full picture. They only tell you how somebody done them wrong, but they don't tell you how they got to the point where things got wrong in the first place. And so when you look at the black community and you look at a whole lot of over hypersexual black males going around objectifying women, like you see it all in the music videos, you see it in real life, they always hounding out the women. I got a lot of dudes in my family that always hounded out the women. Even myself, I done been accused of hounding out the women in a sexual way, even though I don't do that. Like, I'll see a black woman that I like, and as soon as I look at her, she think I'm looking at her butt, and she'll turn around and cover her butt up, or she'll give me a look like she just disgusted in me because I'm looking at her and objectifying her. When the whole time I looked at you the same way any other man would look at you. You know, you look good. I'm just noticing your outfit you got on. Of course, if you curvaceous, I'm noticing your curves, but I'm not sitting here just staring at you, drooling out the mouth, thinking, you know how these guys out here, they always like, you know, gyat, you know, she got a big butt, gyat. You know, I'm not like that. But you got to understand how they got like that. Think about how they got their weight. You got to go back farther than the music videos of black men objectifying black women. You got to go way back to the black power, that pride struggle they had going on, right? Back then, they was trying to give black women a reason to feel prideful, a reason to feel beautiful, you know, because there was a lot of low self-esteem going on, a lot of self-hatred going on with black women. So black men, they went around telling them, you know what, black women, you're queens. You have the most bodacious body in the world. You know, you got the nicest curves. And they went around, it's basically just they spread it around the whole black community. They went around telling every black woman that she's big and beautiful. That's where the BBW thing come from. Because, you know, most black women are overweight. They came up with the big, beautiful woman thing, BBWs. And so now everybody loving BBWs now. And so it all started out as black men trying to be endearing to black women because they had low self-esteem and they suffered from self-hatred. They didn't like themselves. And so they thinking, we want to go out and deal with every other type of woman. And so we like, as black men, you know what? We love our women exactly the way you are. We love your natural hair. We love them bodacious bodies. You know, we love every curve on you. This is what your men are supposed to do. They're supposed to make you feel comfortable being the way you are. Not being overweight and all that. I don't agree with that. But black men did right on their part. But what black women really wanted deep down on the inside, they didn't want validation from black men. They never wanted that. What they wanted was validation from other races of men from the jump. That's the reason why they suffer from low self-esteem, because they knew they couldn't compete with white women. That's the reason why they suffer from low self-esteem, because they knew they couldn't compete with the Asians and the Latinas. They couldn't compete. And so they had low self-esteem because of that. That's the reason why they wear the weave in their heads. I'm not saying all this to judge. I just want to tell the truth, exactly how it is, man. Because I studied black culture, I studied black women, I studied black men over the years, and this is what it is. You fast forward to today, and you got black women saying, y'all should look at us for more than just our bodies. Y'all should look at us for more than just sex. When black women, you started this. You started this, and I'm gonna tell you how they started it. They couldn't attract other races of men, and so they saw that they couldn't compete with other races of women. It was like, you know what, we gotta make do with what we got, and we gotta try to get what we can out of black men. And so the most of what they can get out of black men is a quick check. They can get married to black men, get their money, get taken care of. They can get pregnant by black men and get child support. And they can also use black men for sex. All the stereotypical good-looking black men, they want to use them for sex. And basically, they use black men as a one-trick pony, right? That's all that black men was to them, a one-trick pony. And so because you a one-trick pony, all I can do is do one trick for you to get you to do what I want you to do. And that's throw some ass at you. That's throw some sex at you. That's objectify myself. Because, hey, look, black man, look at me. Look at me. I got a big old butt. Come chase after me. Get me pregnant. And they didn't offer up to us. See, those other races of men, they women offered up to them their minds, good spirits, loyalty, and all this, real companionship. They didn't offer all that up to us. Only thing they offered up to us was sex, their bodies. Especially since during this time, black men was praising them for being bodacious and being the women that had the most beautiful bodies and the most curvaceous bodies and all that, trying to uplift them and make them feel better. They used that against black men and say, you know what, yeah, you right, we look good, we bodacious, we queens, come get us pregnant. Now we putting you on child support. We kicking you out the house because we don't want no men around. We just using you for that one-trick pony to get us what we want. So instead of saying black men should try to want them for more than just their bodies, right? Instead of saying black men should want them for their minds and be attracted to them for other things that they offer, first you got to offer it up. It's like it's up to you to put your best foot forward. You can't blame us because when you put your best foot forward, it was your ass. You know what I'm saying? And all we did was say, hey, you know what? We're not going to hate you for that. We're not going to look down on you for having nothing to offer but sex. We're going to lift you for even just that. So even black men in this situation where they did right by you, you turn them around to make them look like the monsters. And now everywhere you go, you got black women vilifying black men as if they just some sexual predators, right? When the whole time they started this. The whole time they're the reason why black men are so hypersexual. Because they made them feel like this is the way you love us. You make us feel like we are queens and we are beautiful because we got these bodies, we got ass, we can throw our butts back and twerk. Y'all started that. We didn't start that. If only y'all did offer up to us intelligence, loyalty, companionship, good minds, good conversation, then we would push that. We will push that, but y'all never offered that up to us. And it's so sad because black men like me, I belong to that crowd of black men that I looked around and I saw black women had low self-esteem. They feel like other races of women was better. And I felt like, you know what, let me try to lift them up. And I'm looking for ways to lift them up, looking for ways to show them that they're beautiful. And the only thing they'll respond to is sexual things. The only things they pay attention to is sexual things. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not even a sexual person. But I made myself get on that level just to try to attract one of them and hopefully fall in love with one of them. I put myself down on that level to try to attract one of them. And as soon as I did that, they look at me like I'm the bad guy. I'm the pervert. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't win. I remember I had a job, right? And on this job, it was this girl that I had a crush on, older lady. She was thick. She was thick. I'm talking about she was the thickest thing in the at the workplace. But what I liked about her the most was that she had a kind spirit. She was free-spirited, you know what I'm saying? She was cute too, but she had the best looks in the world, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't care about that. What I cared about the most was that she had a very kind spirit. She was very She just had a very loving vibe about her. You know, and I feel like that was very mature and nurturing. And so I'm thinking, dang, she'll make a good mother. But every time I see her, she is waving her butt around. She is just waving her butt around. She got her butt just on display for everybody to see. And so I'm thinking, man, I'm trying to figure out a way I can come to her and get her to take me serious. And so I talk to her, have a conversation, you know, and the conversation ain't really go too far. And so I tried another way. I started to look at her butt, you know, start trying to be sexual with her. I tried the sexual way, and let's just say the sexual way would have worked way quicker, way, you know, just way better than the approach of trying to respect her mind. And so I didn't look down on her for that. But because I came at her in a sexual way, guess what she started doing? Treating me like I was a trick. Like I'm just another one of these tricks that want her for her butt. And now she going around saying I'm staring at her butt. And I'm like, what? Somebody told it was my boss man that said that I was staring at her butt and I needed to stop, basically. And so before he said that, though, he was watching me, right? And I noticed him watching me. And what got my attention, he was looking at me, and I kept seeing old girl look at me. So I'm looking at her trying to figure out why she keeps staring at me. But as soon as she get my attention, she turned her butt around to me. She turned her butt around to me. I'm talking about she is bending over, propping it up, putting the arch in her back. And of course I'm staring because, like I say, she's the thickest thing in there. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I look back at my boss man, and he's looking at me, he's looking at her. I didn't even get in trouble because he saw exactly what she was doing. She was trying to entice me with her body. And as soon as she got me enticed with her body, she say, I'm a freak because I want her for her body. Boom. Now what to remind you of? Look at what's going on today in today's culture. These women, they go to the gyms, right? They go to the gyms and they do all type of freaky things. They doing all type of freaky things. But as soon as you look at them, oh my goodness, we need all women's gyms because these men, they are so sexual. They are this and that. Woman, look at what you're doing. Look at what you're wearing. You know, women, they'll go to church wearing straight up stripper clothes. And as soon as somebody look at them or try to talk to them, and especially in a sexual way, it's, oh my goodness, I'm a woman, I'm a lady. What are you talking about, ma'am? You just got out of the strip club. Like literally, you got your nipples popping out right now. You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised I look at you like a 304, but at least I'm trying to respect you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not degrading you or nothing. I'm just treating you how I'm thinking you want to be treated based on how you look. You know, if I go around dressing like a thug, I ain't gonna be mad because people treat me like a thug. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm the type, I go around dressing like a thug. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it because I grew up in a certain environment, so I dress a certain way. And it's like, I don't know, it's just a part of me now. And so let's take that into consideration, right? These women, they grew up in that environment, and so they dress in a certain type of way. They dress sexual. They dress, you know, hypersexual, and they do things to get male attention. Okay, cool. You are the way you are. But you don't have to go out here and specifically give people reason to look at you in a sexual way and go around enticing people and throwing yourself out there in a sexual way, but get mad when people give you sexual energy. I can't go out here and act like a thug. I can dress like a thug all I want because that was how I was, you know, we just dress this way where I'm from. But as soon as I go out here and not act like a thug out in public, I can't get mad when people start banning me from establishments because I'm doing too much. I can't get mad when the police pop up and want to search me because I'm out here acting like I got a gun on me and I'm, you know, gang banging and all this. I'm acting like a thug, so people treat me accordingly. And so I can't get mad and holler racism at that. I can't get mad when people don't want to be around for the negativity that I'm spewing out. Same thing with women, but it's like they don't want the accountability. You cannot get mad, women, when black men only look at you for your body. They only look at you for your butts, when that is the only thing that you throw out there. It's every day, all day, y'all throwing up your butts in everybody's faces. You can't get mad that every time people see you now, they're expecting you to twerk, they're expecting you to be sexual, when all your life behind the scenes and out front street, that's all you've been doing. And so out of nowhere, when it's convenient for you, you want to change and be different. When it's convenient for you, you want to change and try to manipulate somebody into treating you like something that you're not. No, you got to work on yourself. and you got to put your best foot forward. Black women need to learn how to send their best. I think that's some type of saying, right, of sending your best. And they never send their best. They send their absolute most degenerate out and make you try to treat that like it's the best. No, black women, if you want black men and any other race of man, period. Matter of fact, the way y'all treat other races of men, treat black men that way. You see how other races of men don't even have to approach you. You approach them and you come so respectful, so friendly, so nice, so sweet. And you put your best foot forward. You try to be smart. You make good jokes. You try to make them laugh. You treat them like a person. You treat them good. You treat them real good. Treat black men that way. Treat black men the way y'all treat these non-black men, and you won't have this problem. The message of this video is to take accountability. And I know this is the hardest thing. I know it's like kryptonite for black women, but take accountability and start putting your best foot forward. You know, you got these young boys growing up in households where you got grown women, even their mothers, throwing their butts back at their own sons. You know, doing sexual things with their own sons. And so, of course, they gonna grow up to think black women are just, this is their love language, sex, doing sexual things. So you can't be mad at them for that. You can't be mad at us for that. We just trying to do what we think you like. And so learn to put your best foot forward, and then boom, things will change. You know, things have changed in a very drastic way. Yeah, that's it for this video, man. Peace.